A very good morning and welcome to Morning Breeze on Kwararafa Television, of course. 24th of August is here, and you agree with me that the month is gradually costing, and we just need to look at how far we've gone and get to have things right. Of course, Morning Breeze, the program that is specially designed to give you leading stories, what is happening, what is trending around the globe. It's important that you know this. I am Fomit Desmond, and I welcome you on today's edition of the program. Yes, we have a lot of packages for you over the weekend. They've been all kind of programs running up, and we've been tracking to see that everything that happens, we bring it to you. But apart from the leading stories from Taraba State, when you look at what is playing out there concerning subsidy, the story behind subsidy has continued to gain weight. Article talking about bringing back subsidy, and already the president saying no. This is because of the economy. I took this decision not just as a decision on my own, but it was because of what was being played out in other states. I wanted convenience. I wanted people to understand and enjoy what they're supposed to do. Stating out clearly that 27 states before his appearance, or before him coming in, as the president of Nigeria, was suffering from salary. Paying salary was a problem. And with what he applied as someone that has in-depth knowledge as far as governance is concerned, so far so good. We now have a convenience of paying salaries. But before we go deep into that, we have some few little stories that we need to let you know now, and you just have to get it right. We will start with Apex Media Network. Apex Media Network have a leading story talking about Taraba launches climate change policy action plan to drive a greener future. It has been a wonderful one. This has been a kind of ambition. It has been part of those things that Tarabans have been looking up to, and this came off very smoothly. And we must applaud the government of the day for bringing this to fruition. I saw a lot of comments from most of our young people stating clearly that this has been a desire. This has been a desire for climate change policy action to be in place, so that everything that we're doing will have a balance. And for the government to launch this very drive, it's actually a boast to the government of Taraba State, and we must commend the government for doing the timely work that they are doing. And for us to have more insight on our discussion this morning, Mr. Lawrence Takwa is here with us. He will be joining us virtually. He'll be joining us virtually to share light on our discussion. Mr. Lawrence, are you with me? Hello, Mr. Lawrence. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thank you.
Yes, I hope you are doing well this morning.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Hope you are.
Yes, I'm fine here. All right. In few seconds, just speak to this leading story. Taraba launches climate change policy action plan to drive greener future. What does it think, or what do you think this will add to the beauty of Taraba State?
Okay. Thank you. I think Taraba State are begin to align with the global prosperity. This is what I mean, because climate change, if you notice, have quite a number of impact on our lives and on our environment. And for Taraba State to embark on this project, I also understand there have been quite a number of projects being run by World Bank, having to do collaboration with the state through this project Acrisal, and where trees are supposed to be planted more. And of course, every year that is done. And I'm happy that Taraba State is doing well in that aspect. And I feel we should encourage and support that project, that idea, because we have a lot to gain, and we also have a lot to lose if we don't align with the fact that climate change is part and parcel of our lives. So I think it's very good, and we should be encouraged. we should not look at it as if it's just government project and they are just doing it. We should also support our own individual. Of course, people should also begin to impact in climate change activities. Whatsoever you need to do, you need to plant trees, you need to take care of your environment, because we are facing some challenges, scarcity of rainfall. We have places where we used to have somehow cold climate, normal weather, things begin to change. So we don't take it personal and act. We are going to survive. Let's not just be as if it's government thing. Government are doing well and you need to be supported.
All right, thank you. Let's take a turn to another story here on Apex. We have this story: 29 years after College of Agriculture Jalingo restore convocation tradition, Kefas challenges graduates to turn knowledge into prosperity. Just few words as we move forward to other leading story. This is coming up after 29 years. What do you think will be, as in, how will it also affect the school and the students and the graduates?
Oh, okay, I understand College of Agri was established far back from maybe 1979 or so, which should be 40-something years now, maybe about 45 or so. And if this is the first time that the convocation is being conducted, and of course, I've also discovered the government have tried a lot to ensure quite a number of institutions in the state have had that privilege to be convocated, and that is commendable. And for what was actually mentioned, based on the governor's speech, that they should turn the knowledge to prosperity, the College of Agri as an institution is an agricultural-based institution, whereby knowledge gotten should be utilized, should be converted. We don't want a situation where yes, there have been convocation, yes, you have not been certified, because after convocation, a graduate is now certified that yes, I'm a bona fide graduate from this institution. That should not be based on certification alone. That knowledge, the governor wanted, that knowledge should be converted, whereby you need to acquire knowledge, acquire skills, where you have to turn the knowledge and become an employer. You create things, agriculture, use it as, a business. So I think that's what it should be well addressed, and graduate from that place should know that it is not about now that you've been convocated, you have the certificate from that school, you are a graduate from that school. No, the knowledge that you have gotten, and of course, the support system to the institution should have what it takes to give a practical knowledge to students, so that as a graduate, they should be able to turn the knowledge practically to what will gain, add to their well-being, add to the community, add to the economy. I think that is what is up for.
All right, just stay with us. We'll take a moment. After that, we'll be looking at the leading story on our national dailies. We'll be coming back.
System hacking room.
Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Morning Breeze on Kwararafa Television, reaching live from Jalingo, the state capital of Kwararafa State. Now, we'll look at the leading story, and we'll be starting with the Punch. The Punch newspaper have this on page 9. Page 9, we have government face questions as payout hits 47 trillion. We have this few reaction post-subsidy will fall. Fact, revenue hits 47 trillion naira in 3 years, surpasses previous 6 years total. Then we have State, local government get bigger fat shares. Government face hit as subsidy removal debate resurfaces. Again, federal government APC tackle article over petrol subsidy return call. And just few intake for this. We have the 36 governors are facing growing pressure to account for how they have spent public funds disbursed as revenue by the Federal Account Allocation Committee in the last 3 years. That's the Punch report. This scrutiny follows the revelation that the federal government account disbursed about 47 trillion to 330th government in the 3 years since the removal of petrol subsidy. This was as the federal government 36 states and 774 local governments shared a cumulative 93 trillion 216 million naira as revenue from the federal account between 2017 and 2025, with more than half of the amount disbursed in the 3 years following the economic reforms introduced by the federal government in 2023. So this one has been played out so far, and there are questions coming from people, questions coming from how this money has been spent, and a lot of questions more than answers have been coming out. So, Mr. Warren, just in a few words, what do you have to say about this?
Thank you. You see, if you have been following the federal allocation, you notice that between June and now there's been an increase, and especially now, which I think what was realized was around 3 trillion, which was shared across the state, of course, the federal, the state, and the local government with their figures. But see, what you have to also look at is, I think, because this allocation are shared to all the state and the local government, except for the fact that there are some other states who are maybe the mineral generating state, which they need to be given additional one. But more so is the fact that this allocation, this money that are being shared across this state, local government, is for projects, is for accountability, is for them to do, so it will affect and impact on the lives of the people. I think if there are questions and pressure being raised, I think it is normal. Of course it is. I think people are also beginning to align with the fact that since when this allocation is being shared and the figures displayed and they are aware, one should be able to, you should think, oh, if this type of allocation is being sent to my local government, to my state, is it commiserable to what I am seeing on ground? So I think that is the question. And this will also help the stakeholders, the governors, the local government to see that, okay, there is need to, why the allocation increases, there is also need to play a role of making more impact in the state. I think that is why the question is being raised. Allocation will always continue to grow, and most time, even if it doesn't, there has been allocation being shared to people, and this money is not for individual money, it's for money to do projects in the state where they are.
Now, let's look at, there's a reaction on that leading story saying, again, federal government APC tackle article over petrol subsidy return call. You remember in our last discussion, we made mention of we analyzed this and we looked at the words from article, that's the presidential candidate of ADC, saying that subsidy, if elected as the president, he is going to bring back the subsidy. And the president also responded to this very words of Atiku Abubakar, saying that the decision he took, it was not just a personal decision, but considering the suffering that most of the states were going through. And he rightly quoted that 27 states were unable to pay the state salaries. So his decision was not just personal. Now we have this again, leading again here. What do you think should be done, or what is actually playing out there, as according to your own thought on this?
What is playing out here is politics. That is all. It's just politics. And we should not take ridiculous statement to be serious. My problem now is for people who may not understand this. Why removing fuel subsidy is not good for us? We cannot go back. We cannot go back to where we are. This should be highly progressive. We have to now go back. Federal government will now have to be depending on what the central bank have to run the economy. I think fuel subsidy have come to some extent. It has been able to close some gaps. I think what we should have been concerned with while maintaining this, I think we would have said maybe if he come on board, he should be able to see more ways of apart from subsidy, maybe create other means of federal government getting more money using other aspects. But talking about fuel subsidy and removing it, I don't think it should be taken serious. I don't think it should be taken serious. And we should not use politics for serious economic issues like this. President Tinubu, I think, did well by maintaining the fact that fuel subsidy, and of course, why not? I think it's just politics being that this fuel subsidy should be removed. It should be maintained and look for other ways of how economy could be boosted through other means apart from depending on the fuel. I think that is what it should be. Because the federal government will now look at, there will be burden, there will be pressure, and of course, there will be fuel scarcity. Because when it is removed now, you notice that we will have quite a number of issues around the country where not people will begin, individuals will begin to manipulate and have more influence. I think we should not support the fact that why it is politics, as I said, but I think the government should be commended for what they have done so far. By this fuel subsidy, it should not be removed, as Atiku is trying to claim. It's just political. I think it is political.
Do you think Atiku is just using this to get the attention of the masses, or it's a reality? Sorry, I'm bringing this. You have already made your point, but can we look at the effectiveness of the fuel subsidy and his opinions? Do you think it's about politics? Do you really think it's about politics, please?
It's about politics, please. It's about politics. He cannot claim. Atiku cannot claim that the fuel subsidy was actually to suppress. It was. It is. What we should even think more is, as I said, government at all levels should be able to imbibe accountability and work towards making progress in the lives of the people they govern. And we should not bring, because if he's not going to remove, I want you to actually understand that if he's removing it, what is he going to place that people see it more as an option better than to generate and fix the economy as the current government is doing. I think I expect that. Because you should not go around only fuel subsidy. What else are you doing? And Atiku was a former, he was in government, he was a former vice president. From it, and then what exactly did he not do that he feel can do better if he's given the opportunity? I think it's more political. But if it is, it should not go on what the government is already doing as part of their policies, which of course to some extent there have been a positive impact based on the policies that this government have been able to come about. So it's more political. I will also insist it is more political, and this politics is capable of making, because people who may not understand the impact and the implication and the influence of all this will believe that what he's even saying is better. And by the time we succumb to what he said, we will take ourselves back to zero before we begin to come back. I think the government should not afford, or people should not afford to allow that. I am not subscribed to the fact that Atiku is not my person, or I'm not. But then I am talking about the impact that such things could do on the lives of people. So politics should not be played around things that have direct impact on the lives of people.
I understand you very well. You're not against Atiku. You're just concerned about his opinion on subsidy. All right, thank you. Now, to bring our discussion to a close, let's see what is leading on Vanguard paper, Vanguard page 11. We have this here. Nigeria's oil output drops by 20.8% in 10 years. And we have this Nigeria's influence with OPEC plus declines. We are committed to optimizing output. Renaissance INI, bad omen requiring. requiring urgent steps. Sorry, expert. Now, this story again, looking at the years, 10 years down the line, what do you think?
Okay. I think for this to have happened, because if the output after 10 years increase, it therefore means that there have been an effort. There have been an effort, because even though in the middle or in the midst of that there have been some challenges where there have been crises in other countries where they used to depend on the oil from Nigeria, but then if there has been an increase, I think it is good, because it has been on the rise.
It's a drop by 20.8% in 10 years.
Oh, it's dropped. It's dropped. Okay. If that is the case, as I said earlier, it could be attributed to the fact that issues around the issues around crises which have impacted and government policies, individuals who are supposed to do their work, you see where persons who are supposed to institutions that are responsible for that, there has been a certain level of corruption, because people who individualize their activities when they have opportunity, they're supposed to be tasked with the fact that this is what they're supposed to achieve. And of course, people also have opportunity to be in those positions who are supposed to account or give, because I expected that there would have been a target. This is what we're supposed to do. We have been here. We need to be here now. So, but then I attribute that to corruption. I attribute that to people who don't even want to build and support the system so that we could get that. Of course, the crises that may have happened around that depend on that. Could also be part of the reasons for the drop.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence Takwa, for the wonderful insight you shared with us on Paper Review. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you for being part of today's edition of Morning Breeze. And I'm not saying that we are going. MC Last B is standing by with the entertainment news. You just need to stay and listen to what is leading as far as entertainment is concerned. We'll be coming back with the news. Stay with us.
morning and welcome to the entertainment segment of the show where we bring you the latest stories from world of music, Nollywood and celebrity life. In today's story, Arasta proves exactly who she said she is, and you will also hear how Adefe received Waterporous backlash after her claim that young women lacked ambition. And first, Arasta is letting the music do the talking. Ira's third album, Stargirl, released on August 14, presents a confident artist who appears fully comfortable with her identity and sound. You know, the 16-track project blends Afrobeat, R&B, and pop while combining Nigerian influences with the international feel. The album's purple-themed visuals, including Rasta's striking girly, reinforce the connection between her Nigerian roots and global ambitions. Collaborations with Whiskey, Rema, Zayn Malik, Leon Thomas, and others add variety without overshadowing her personality. Among the standout moments is Heaven Baby, featuring Zayn Malik, where both singers deliver a softer and emotional performance. The album ultimately communicates one clear message, and the message is Arasta is no longer trying to prove that she belongs on the global stage, but she sounds like an artist who already knows what she is doing. Stargirl is not just a name of an album, but it describes the artist herself. You know, confidence becomes more powerful when an artist understands who they are and remains authentic while growing up. Now, from music now to a social media debate that has everyone talking online. Media personality Adefe Adeon has faced criticism after suggesting that some young women are prioritizing marriage and beauty-related careers instead of pursuing what she considers broader professional ambitions. Her comments made a viral video triggered mixed reactions online, and critics argued that careers such as large technology and message therapy are legitimate businesses that provide financial independence. Others argued with Adefe that young people should be encouraged to dream bigger and explore diverse opportunities. One critic, Chief Osaigo, responded sharply, very rich coming from someone whose major decision after putting on her thinking caps was getting a BBL. The debate has therefore shifted from one person's opinion to a wider conversation about ambition and success, and what success should also look like for young women. However, ambition has different forms, but people can pursue different careers and still be successful. But encouraging young people to think bigger should remain a positive conversation rather than an attack on legitimate professions. And now Venita Akofure is opening up about her dating experience. Nollywood actress and reality star Venita Akofure says she continues to attract suitors at 39, particularly young men. Speaking on the Tea with Tay podcast, she said her youthful appearance gives her an advantage and claimed that younger men are more confident about approaching her rather than older men. In her words, and I quote, I only get approached by young men, and they are more encouragers than the older ones. Venita, who is divorced and has two children, has previously been linked romantically with a fellow reality star, Adekunle. Certainly, age does not necessarily determine attraction or confidence, and relationships should ultimately be judged by compatibility, maturity, and mutual respect. And finally, a heartbreaking development from Nollywood. Veteran Yoruba actor Teo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, has reportedly died at the age of 65. May his soul rest in peace. His daughter, Kira Teo, announced the development during an Instagram live session following reports that the actor had been battling stage 4 cancer. Ogogo was one of the respected figures in Yoruba language cinema and played an important role in the growth of Nollywood. Reports also indicates that efforts had been made to support his medical treatment before his reported death. His passing, if confirmed by additional authoritative sources, represents a significant loss to the Nigerian film industry, particularly the Yoruba cinema. Taiwo Hassan's reported passing highlights the enduring impact of veteran entertainers whose work helped shape Nollywood and whose legacy continues through the industry they served. Lastly, talent may entertain generations, but a legacy built through the lives, culture, and industry and artist influences. May his soul rest in peace and may God comfort his family. And that's it on today's entertainment update on Kwararafa Television. I am MC Las B. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more entertainment updates and celebrity gist. Good morning, Desmond.
Good morning, MC Lasby. Thank you so much for the entertainment news and for every information that you're giving us out there. Thank you. That's what we have for you this morning. We'll be coming your way again tomorrow with another fresh package. And trust me, the joy of Kwararafa Television doesn't end with Morning Breeze. We have other interesting programs lined up for your relaxation. Do follow us on all social media handles and have a great week ahead. For me, Desmond is my name. I'm saying good morning.